Yo, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video or stream, whatever you want to call it. And welcome to Premier League Game Week 2 preview. Um, and yeah, well, there were some interesting results in the first um, game week for City. Beating Burnley comfortably. I think most people expected that. Then an epic 2-2 draw against Brentford and between Brentford and Tottenham. Arsenal not looking the best, of course. And then Chelsea Liverpool, exciting 1-1 draw. What else? Newcastle destroying Villa. Um, there seems to be a tendency when Aston Villa go to St James's Park. But yeah, before we get into everything, let me go through some of the comments. Be up yourself, just fan. You do if you can, and haven't already, smash that like button. That would be massively appreciated. Um, yeah, let's get that likes up, and then of course, if you haven't already, do check out our sponsor. Of course, if you don't know, Global Footy Kits, cheap, authentic kits. They are real. It's not fake kits. So yeah, 10% off any of these kits. It's really not expensive. So yeah, get involved into that. Yeah, that would be amazing. And yeah, so let's get into it. Shall we? Let's start. Um, Let me just sort out this. Okay, let me just. That's one thing. Of course, I had a brilliant week last week. Got 10 points. Um, on depends how you score it, but I got lovely. I done really well. So I'm happy with what I could have got more, but yeah, it is what it is. Now let's go to first game, which is Nottingham Forest against South. No, Sheffield United. Sorry, not Southampton. Southampton are relegated. Um, but yeah, Nottingham Forest. Let me just adjust the screen a bit. There. We can do that. Okay, that's left to do. So yeah, Nottingham Forest, of course, they lost to Arsenal away from home 2-1. Sheffield United lost to Crystal Palace at home 1-0. Tough loss to take for the Blades. This one, Forest, they played really well. Of course, last season most of the points came at home. I believe something like 30 the 38 points they got came from home. So they're really good at home. It's a Friday night game. The Blades, they're not going. They're going to really struggle. Don't think the Blades will be sharp enough for Sheffield United. I'm going to go for 2-0 victory for the Forest. I think the Blades will get won't be sharp enough, and the Forest will be a bit too thick. Um, so yeah, Um, that's of course taking place tomorrow night. Might be doing what's wrong depending on the streams I do. They are two streams I'm planning to do of course championship and World Cup predictions. So depending on those two, um, we will see. We will see. But next game is um, Fulham against Brentford, Craven Cottage. Of course, Josvan has gone 2-0 for us. Interesting. Doing the same as me. Now, if you looked head to head, um, Brentford, they've got a good record against Fulham. Um, okay, not good. I thought their record was better. Last nine results: 4 wins for them, 2 draws and 3 wins for Fulham. Yeah, we look there. Fulham have only one home game, so usually it's a draw. It seems like. Um, but Mitrovic seems like he's going to go. Um, uh, and I believe Willian Estate, Mitrovic might go to Raul Jimenez. How will he perform? Of course, hasn't been the same since that massive head injury. Brentford, they did look really, really good um, against Spurs. Um, I think they should be able to do this, Brentford. Um, I know it's away from home, but I think they can definitely sneak a win. Um, I'll just check quickly their last few results. Um, last few results in the championship. Um, in London Derbies, I believe they've got a good record. Um, um, mm, so let's make. Okay, here we go. Yeah, of course, Fulham beat Everton 1-0 away, so they're going to get confidence from there, but they were under lots of pressure. Um, um, yeah, of course, these two teams faced off in the summer series, where I believe it ended 3 to Brighton, might have been something like that. But yeah, of course, last 3 meetings between these two sides since Brentford lost at um, against Fulham in the 1920 Championship playoff final have produced 15 goals for all 3 matches, finishing 3-2. Fulham winning 2, clearing the game at um, the Cottage last season, almost a year ago to this day. So, will it be another 3-2? I think Brentford, they got a lot of goals in them. Fulham, do they have that much? I don't think so. So I'm going to go for 3-2 Brentford. I don't think Fulham have 3 goals in there. They can sneak a penalty here or there, but definitely not 3 goals. So yeah, Josh Fan says 1-0 Fulham. Ooh, close call. Close call. Um, so Liverpool versus Bournemouth is the next game. Now this one is a really interesting game. You got Bournemouth that drew with West Ham at home. They probably should have won that game. Liverpool that did not look good against Chelsea. They lost out on Caicedo and Lavia now. They have signed their 30-year-old Endo from Stuttgart. Um, I don't think he will feature. I think it's a bit too close um, to the start. So I think it might be almost the same 11 that played um, l- against Chelsea um, on Sunday. Just maybe Nunes coming on, Elliot maybe, Curtis Jones maybe starting, something like that. Um, so, yeah, Liverpool, Bournemouth, of course, last season it ended 9-0, this exact fixture. Um, but Bournemouth did beat them at home 1-0. So, yeah, Liverpool, I expect them to win. I'm going 3-0. 3-0 um, to the Phoenixes or to the Reds, really. other Phoenixes. Um, uh, I'm tempted to go 4 now, but yeah, okay. No, I'm going to change it 4 now. 4 0 to the pool. Of course, Luton vs Burnley is postponed due to, of course, the work being done at Luton Stadium as a prepare for Premier League football. So yeah, we will see what happens. With that, when this fixture will be played, it was going to be interesting one. If I'm going to uh, um, would have been interesting just to see on what level each teams are. Like, are Luton on a higher level than Penley or similar, or just to see where they are. Cause I know most people are predicting Burnley to finish ahead of Luton, so it would just have been a bit interesting um, to really see the the level of where each team is. Um, so yeah, um, but yeah, I know the live chat is disabled, but yeah, nothing I can do about that. But it's fine. Wolves versus Brighton. We will move on to that. So Wolves versus Brighton. Wolves close loss to United. They looked really good against United, but United, if I'm going to be honest, they did not turn up. United looked out of sorts really. Rashford again up top doesn't seem to work. Brighton again, they played really well against Luton, scoring 4 goals. They seem to be scoring goals. Look at the last few results. Brighton beat them 6-0 at home. Also home games. 3-2 Brighton, 3-0 Brighton, 2-1 Wolves. So Brighton in recent history got that upper hand on them. And also have only beaten Brighton twice in the last 10 games. So I'm going to back Brighton again. I don't think we'll score. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Brighton. Might be tempted to go 3-0. So yeah. Uh, but Manchester United and against Tottenham is the next game. But before I go to that, if you haven't already, please do check out our sponsor. I know you guys can't click the link in the chat because it's disabled right now, but just there's thing globalfooterkids.com. You should be able to find it. Or on Instagram, just globalfooterkids. Um, so yeah, that should be all good. So yeah, uh, uh, so yeah, but yeah, and of course, if you want to know where you can find me, Instagram _coach_corner, Twitter 70830030, and then TikTok Coach Corner One. Um, Trying to launch the TikTok, trying to produce a bit more content on the TikTok, and of course, was the Spotify and Twitch. We're trying to get more people involved into the channel. So if you're open to get more involved, do say do message me down below. So yeah, Tottenham vs Man United. This is one of the probably one of two of the biggest clashes this weekend. Um, yeah, probably the second biggest clash this weekend, you could say. Um, so yeah, United beat Wolves don't look convincing. Tottenham they look good. Um, Again, the defense not that good. Um, but yeah, United. Um, I think United. Ooh, then again, you know what? Last season end was a 2-2 draw. I think it will be a 2-2 draw, Ken. I just don't think both these teams. I know United are better than them, but usually this game is a draw unless it's at Old Trafford. Of course, Tottenham haven't beaten United at home, um, so that tells a big story. But yeah, um, that's it. Now the biggest game of the weekend. It's Manchester City against Newcastle. Manchester City. Of course, Super Cup winners now. Super Cup winners. They win the Club World Cup. We will see Super Cup winners. They are treble winners, Premier League winners. So they're winning everything. Will they win the quadruple this season? We will see. Newcastle. They look really good against Villa, but again, Villa didn't turn up. So we'll see. This one, of course, last year it's ended 2-0. I remember this game. I think most people thought Newcastle would be able to do something. This time around, I think it will be closer. Um, Newcastle got a great midfield. City got a. They almost look worse for wear because it didn't look good against Sevilla. I'm going to go with a 2-1, 2-1-1 for City. I was tempted to go 2-2, or possibly 3-2, but yeah. So yeah, but yeah. Um, as we move on to Sunday's matches, spoke a lot about Villa Day, Aston Villa taking on mighty Everton. Um, Villa they're gonna want to bounce back after that 5-1 loss to Newcastle. Everton lost to Fulham 1-0, but they had I think they had lots of chances if I'm correct. I might just check the stats. Yes, the stats. Um, if we look, um, shots 19 shots from Everton, 9 on target, only 9 on target from. That's not good. Everton 10 corners, so they definitely dominated the match. Everton, so they look good. Villa, I think they will bounce back. I'm going with a 3-0. Of course, Tyrone Mings, speedy recovery to him. He's got a, I believe, ACL injury or knee injury, something like that. Um, he will be out for a couple of months, a speedy recovery to him. So I'm expecting Pau Torres to come into that backline, make his debut for Aston Villa. Of course, that's a Unai Emery man. And then, of course, West Ham versus Chelsea. Of course, today we had the news of Reece James being out again for a couple of months. Um, Trevor Chalobah will be out for a couple of months. No, will be out for a month, most likely. But Reece James for a month. Lise Duke has collapsed after Palace threatened to expose evidence of Chelsea tapping up Luis. I don't know how that makes sense. As I believe he had a release clause, so I believe that's fair, but okay. Um, and then of course Lewis Hall is close to joining Newcastle, which I'm really not happy about. If I was going to let a player go in that left back department, it would have been Cucurella. Not low at all. It looks really good for 18-year-old. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. For me, it's better than Reece James, Levi Cole at that age. So yeah, it would be gutting if we do lose him. I just check on Twitter if there is an update. So it is the main source for information. Really, let me check. Um, yeah, no, but it's mainly Reece James. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But this game, West Ham Chelsea, of course, West Ham. I think they would expect some debutants. Of course, it's an Alvarez. Who else? There's a few more names. Lucas Paqueta might start. Might get back into the team. I don't know if he started. Let me just check West Ham. Also, of these moved to City. Link moved to City. Um, let's look. No. Let me just check in. Yeah, sorry, that's also probably be him. Probably it's an Alvarez starting. So yeah, but I'm going to go with a 3-1 Chelsea. 3-1 Chelsea. Moving on to us against Crystal Palace Monday night game. Monday night game. Could expect something big from Crystal Palace, of course, at least say Arsenal too. Um, I'm going to go with a solid 2-1 to Arsenal. I think they might struggle a bit for a night game, but I expect them to get the win over um, Crystal Palace. Sorry, over the I think also it's better also to get the one over so Palace. So that's my prediction. It's 2-0 for us. I think the blades won't be as sharp to cut through the forest. Brentford, I think the bees will take over the cottage. Um, and then the Reds will just destroy the cherries, the seagulls. They will they will destroy the wolves, and then the Red Devils and the Chicken Ball FC. We'll have a stalemate. Newcastle City, base game of the weekend. That will be a tight game. Um, Aston Villa 3-0. I think Villa have a really good chance to beat Everton there and comfortably. Chelsea, I think this game might be where everything clicks in the attack. Also, I think it will be a close game, tight game. I think they might concede for sure. Timber speed recovers to him. But yeah, that's everything. Make sure to check me out on Rest of Football at 8 p.m. UK time. Um, so yeah, go check me out there. Um, So yeah, BFP's house, of course. Apologies for chat not working. But that is YouTube, stupid YouTube. But yeah, BFP's house people. See you in a bit. Peace out.